Welcome to EHTV. I'm Katie Johns, and today I'm here at the Granary. I want to take you grocery shopping. Everything that I'm going to show you today is something that you can use and that you can eat regularly and things that you should keep in your pantry. So, follow me. We're going to go on a little shopping excursion today. The first thing that I like to do is pick out my produce, and for us in Texarkana, I go to a couple grocery stores. Most of you are probably going to be able to go to one grocery store and get everything you need, but let's just start here. Some of my favorite things to get, especially when I'm looking at anti-inflammatory type foods, wonderful cruciferous kale. This is so good for you. It's so healthy, so delicious. And in fact, they even have a sign that says eat kale and talks about the benefits of kale for your body. The next thing that I love to get is cabbage. First of all, it's delicious. Did you know you can actually put this on your grill and butter it up, and it is going to be so fabulous. Again, it's another wonderful cruciferous vegetable. Both kale and cabbage are known to have great anti-inflammatory properties, which we know is so good when you are preventing cancer. So, don't forget to get some cruciferous vegetables when you are shopping. The next thing that we're going to look at is dairy and eggs. If you are going to have dairy, something you really want to focus on is buying organic raw cheeses. So I like to buy, and it doesn't matter the brand as long as it's organic and raw, but see how it actually will say raw milk cheese, raw sharp cheddar cheese. If you're going to eat cheeses, get some that are organic, where you know that there are no hormones inside of the cheeses. That's very important. Same with your creams, your parmesans, anything that you're using. Make sure it's organic. And then the other thing that I love to get are eggs. I eat so many eggs, and what we try to do is get farm fresh, free range eggs. Now you can see here in our town, we actually have a local farm that produces these eggs. I want to show you real butter, something like pure Irish butter. Right here you can see milk from grass-fed cows. You want cows that have been grass-fed, and that's the importance, and that's the difference between organic butter and other butters, because probably the cows have been pumped with hormones. That's not what you want to ingest and take into your body. You don't have to get this brand. Look at, a lot of times you can just get organic 4 sticks of butter, and this is at any grocery store that you go to. I've found it everywhere. And then finally, lunch meats, because we all like to have some lunch meat. I like to put it in my salads. I like to do roll-ups with my meat. When you're looking for meats, what's important is that it's nitrate free. So I'm always checking no antibiotics, humanely raised, no nitrates or nitrates added, gluten and casein free. Those are the important points. It's always going to be on the labels. So sometimes when I'm eating my nitrate-free meats or nitrate-free beef hot dog, I love to top it with raw fermented sauerkraut. There is a big difference. Okay, let me just show you this. First of all, the first thing that you see, no sugar. Guys, that is so important. I promise you, if you go through your aisles and you start looking at labels, you're going to find that sugar is added in everything, and we know that cancer feeds on sugar. And so that's something we want to stay away from completely. Welcome to Butter Island. Almond butters, coconut butters, walnut butters. Here's what you want to look for when picking out a butter. What we don't want are added sugars, hydrogenated oils. We don't want any of that. So for my almond butter, I get raw in any kind of butter that I get. You can see here, I get raw almond butter. My walnut butter is raw. My coconut butter is raw. If it's not raw, it's probably been heated at a high temperature, which damages the nutrient content. So in order to get the full enzyme and nutrient benefit, get raw. Now here we are, and we're getting into kind of the condiment aisle, into canned foods. Now I want to show you something, because it's really important when you're picking these out, how hidden sugar really is. Just because it says organic doesn't mean that it's going to be the healthiest option for you, and that's what you have to look out for. So when you're reading labels, the first thing I look for is there sugar in this? And sure enough, there is organic evaporated cane juice. Now, Okay, so that means that there's 7 grams of sugar in a half a cup of this. The reality is, over time, when you're buying products that have tons of sugar added all the time, it starts to build up. This happens to be a pizza pasta sauce, so this works for both. Okay, what I love about this product is look at the ingredients. You've got organic Roma tomatoes, organic extra virgin olive oil, sea salt, organic basil, organic oregano, organic black pepper, organic roasted garlic, organic dried onion, and organic thyme. No sugar, no additives, no preservatives, just real product. I promise if you go into your refrigerator, you will find it. High fructose corn syrup, dextrose, sugar, it comes in all forms. And again, it's so important to stay away from that, because when you are working on an anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer strategy, you just want to eliminate all forms of sugar, especially high fructose corn syrup, which is such a dangerous sugar. I really stay away from salad dressings and do my own thing. One thing that I love, organic raw unfiltered apple cider vinegar. This is delicious, and this doesn't just taste well on a salad, which it does, but you can use this to make marinades. You can use this just in a glass of water with some lemon and some cinnamon. It tastes absolutely fabulous, a really nice, refreshing summer drink. And you are getting so much benefit. Again, like we've talked about, when you get unpasteurized and it's raw and unfiltered, you are getting full enzyme benefit, full nutrient benefit, tons of probiotics, and it's so easy on the digestive tract. So very important. I want to tell you another little trick. I want to show you something, because this looks like it's going to be a really great product, right? Organic unfiltered apple cider vinegar. Sure, why not? Let's just pick it up and buy it, right? Right here you see this word, organic pasteurized. When you see pasteurized, that means that it is not raw. It means it's been heated at a high temperature, so you've lost all your nutrient benefit. So that's the difference between pasteurized and non-pasteurized. Making yourself a healthy sauce. Here's the deal. Soy sauce has probably gotten a bad name because of MSG. And that is something you truly want to stay away from, okay? So no MSG. However, this organic, unpasteurized soy sauce, same with these raw coconut aminos, they have those same benefits that we've talked about. You've got your enzymes, your probiotics. These are very alkalizing to your diet, which is so vitally important when you are focusing on preventing cancer, and even just for anti-inflammatory markers. We want to have a more alkaline body. Okay, you will never stick to eating healthy if you do not season and spice your food, but it's all about what you season with. However, you might be at a regular grocery store and you don't know what to look for, so I want to be very specific here, because this is where it can get confusing. Even with your vanilla extracts, so many seasonings, even in organic, will have added sugar, added MSG. They will have added artificial flavors, artificial colors, which are so not good for you. And when you're seasoning your food with that 24/7, those little things add up. So you really want to be careful, and you really want to be specific when you're purchasing your spices, that you're not adding junk into your diet. When I'm looking at basil, what should I see for basil? I should see organic basil. That should be the only ingredient. I also want to point out turmeric, since we are talking about preventing cancer. Turmeric root is so healthy. It's curcumin. We talk about it all the time, how beneficial that is to preventing cancer. This is something I literally try to add in almost everything that I eat. Healthy fats. And a refined coconut oil probably won't have as many medicinal benefits, but what it is going to do is have very low coconut flavor. So when you're cooking with it, your food is still going to taste like food that you would cook with olive oil in the past, okay? And you can heat it at medium and high temperatures, and it won't turn rancid or bad. If you want to pump it up one more step, you can look for something that's fresh pressed virgin coconut oil that has been unrefined. Now, this is going to have amazing nutritional benefit, and the flavor is unbelievable. And then this would be a coconut oil you can use on your skin, in your hair. You can take it medicinally, tablespoon a day. I mean, there's so many health benefits to this kind of coconut oil. So that would be your option if you wanted to bump it up just a notch. Natural, raw coconut milk. This is just such a great way to add healthy fats. It is so good for you. It's hypoallergenic. You're not going to have a problem with it. It tastes fabulous. I add this to my smoothie all the time. So I know you're probably really excited because you just saw us pan chips, and I think you were probably thinking that we were going to tell you that that is amazing to eat for an anti-cancer strategy, and I am here to tell you it's not. Here's the deal. You've probably noticed I haven't been buying processed foods. I haven't been buying a lot of carbohydrates. Within 4 seconds of eating a carbohydrate, it turns to sugar. You want to stay away from these things because they're just filled with so much junk that your body doesn't know how to process and it doesn't know how to handle. I do want to show you an alternative, kale chips. Now, sometimes I just want to feel like I'm eating a chip. I do, and everybody wants to feel like they're snacking on something good. Kale chips are so good because, again, kale, cruciferous, anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, so many health benefits to kale. If you look it up online, you will literally see articles and articles on the benefits of kale. So guess what? These are just dehydrated kale. Seasoned it a little bit with some Texas barbecue. This is a great alternative to chips and to carbohydrates, so when you get a little craving, reach for your kale chips. My final stop in this shopping excursion today is going to be in the flour aisle because I, like so many of you, love to bake, but I want to bake healthy things that are not going to add additional carbohydrates. So I want to show you some options to your typical flour. You've got two. One that I use the most is almond meal flour. This is amazing. I can make healthy cookies, I can make pizza crusts, I can make tostada shells, I can make pie crusts. I literally make everything with almond flour. It tastes so good and has the great consistency to make really fabulous sweets. And when I say sweets, I want to let you know I don't add sugar to my sweets at all. If anything, I'll use whole pure stevia leaf, or I'll just add additional no sugar added vanilla to sweeten it up, but I stay away from the sugars completely. Everything you've seen today is what I keep in my pantry or in my refrigerator, and obviously there's so much more that I buy, and there's so many more things I'd love to show you, but for today's time I wanted to show you staples that you could have that are going to be very, very beneficial in preventing cancer and keeping a very anti-inflammatory diet. With Elevation Health, our goal is always to help you live, learn, grow, and change. Feel the difference that Elevation Health can make in your life.